Greetings from Orpington bus station, just outside the railway station there. Over there is something rather new and exciting. In fact, I can see there's two parked up. We're here today to ride Route 358, where there's a brand new bus in town. It's an electric bus. It's called a tram bus. It's the IE tram bus. Roger's here somewhere. We're going for a ride from Orpington to Crystal Palace on the brand new bus.
Yes, here's the route for the 358 bus. It's one of London's longest bus routes, over 15 miles, running between Orpington and Crystal Palace, taken in various parts of southeast London along the way. And I believe because it's a long route that these new electric tram buses have been chosen as a trial to run on it.
Roger.
Hello.
How are we pronouncing it? The Irizar?
Irizar.
Irizar.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an electric bus.
It is. Yeah.
It looks like a tram.
It does.
Is that why they're calling it a tram bus?
ieTram.
ieTram, which is the Irizar electric tram bus.
Oh, that's what the IE stands for.
Roger, did you notice how on the back it said not in service? Is it the first bus, London bus, where the destination is also displayed on the back of the bus?
No, I
But that is, it's a novelty, right?
It's new for TfL, but I believe there are some others now with it.
But for TfL, that's a new thing.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. No, amusingly to me, IE is short for Internet Explorer.
Or that is.
Oh, IE, as in the Latin for
whatever the Latin.
I don't know what the Latin was. As in, for example, no, for example, is EG. IE is.
That is.
That is.
Yes.
Somebody tell us what the Latin is. So we're going to go for a ride. I should admit we've already been for a ride this morning. Plus yesterday was a press event. I was at the press event up at Crystal Palace, but I've come down to Orpington today. This is day 2 of operation. But on the bus we'll get Roger's thoughts, point out some of the features. We'll flash back to yesterday's press event.
Lovely to see a nice stylised head-turning bus. It really is. Hello.
Smells new.
Lovely. Oh, and we've got a display working.
So we might go all the way to Crystal Palace. We'll see if we get stuck in traffic. We know actually there's some temporary traffic lights. Where are those temporary traffic lights? Down near Eden Park. There's a little bit of traffic congestion around Eden Park because of some temporary traffic lights with the roadworks. Okay, obvious thing to say, it's quiet.
Lovely and quiet.
So there's no diesel.
No rattle.
There's no diesel rattle.
No.
It pulled away quite sharply. I gather it brakes quite sharply. So instant win is that it's a quieter ride. Okay, really large space there for wheelchair and buggy, and look. Button there, and below it, look at that. The charging points, the charging sockets for USB, both USB-A and USB-C. So I can't think of another bus in London where that happens.
No, absolutely not. That is good because people these days have so many different types of technology, don't they?
High Street, Orpington War Memorial.
The announcement's the same. That's the same voice. Okay. Silver grab holds with flashes of red. Roger, how are the seats?
They're really good actually compared to actually anything would be good compared to what the Mercedes Citaros on the service was before, which were particularly hard. But these are nice. They're nice and comfortable, and they look good as well. So well done. Yeah, the seats are good.
We counted the seats, didn't we, on the way down earlier?
Yes, 35.
And how many on the Citaros?
36. So they've lost one, but that's because there is a little odd one at the very back there, probably.
If you read the press release, I'm told that the floor is a special kind of anti-slip flooring. I don't know what it's made of or what they've done. The real test of that. The real test of that will be on a rainy day where there's kind of rainwater sloshing around inside the bus. But anti-slip, that's nice.
Another interesting thing is there's no step at all. It's completely flat.
Oh, here is a complete.
Although you do have a step up onto the seats, but normally on older buses there's been a step up into the gangway as well.
I think there's that on the Mercedes buses, right? Yeah,
so that's good.
So it's an electric bus?
It is.
So no emissions?
Emission free.
Emission free, and I believe There's over, I think there's about 1,700 sort of green emission-free buses already in TfL's fleet. I want to say there's about 9,000 buses in London, TfL buses.
Yes, probably.
And there's a pledge for them all to be emission-free by some date in the future.
Yeah.
Is that going to happen? That's going to happen?
Well, they're doing a good job so far. I have to say, London are leading the way in emission-free buses. Although a lot of money has been put in by the government under what's called a zebra scheme in the provinces as well. And there's lots and lots of electric buses. The story of 2024 actually is lots of the introduction of lots of electric buses.
Because when we were doing Britain's buses at their best, our documentary made earlier this year,
yes.
And we were at Harrogate bus station looking at the 36, but there was another bus there which also had the pantograph technology.
Yeah, that's been there for a few years now. Transdev, Blazefield, they've had it on their local bus routes. They're all electric and they're single deckers like this, and the pantograph comes down exactly the same, but they have 3 pantographs in the bus station.
3 pantographs. Where at Crystal Palace and at Orpington here there's only 1 pantograph.
Which
but
could be limiting.
Right, because if there's a queue of buses waiting for the pantograph,
yes.
and you have to have your 6-minute top-up time, could that cause a delay?
And interestingly, in that, as you know, in that video you featured Route 36.
Yes.
They're just introducing some fantastic electric double-deck buses on it now, which will also be able to be topped up.
But tell me about the other electric bus out of Bexley Heath garage. What's that?
That's the 132 that goes.
And that is charged by pantograph.
Yep.
But that does a complete circuit and then sort of goes back to the garage.
To its garage. Yes.
But here they've got the charging points at either end of the route.
At the terminuses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roger, is it me or when the doors close they don't do the beep 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 beep? They're kind of, the doors are very they glide and they're silent. Well, we'll see if we get it at the next bus stop. We're just about to go around the roundabout by Orpington bus garage, so we'll see that. That's where the 358 comes out of. Go on, I'll use the phrase PVR, which is
17.
peak vehicle requirement, so they need 17 buses to run the 358. But I believe there's 20 of these in the fleet. But what I've heard is that inside here, Orpington Bus Garage, there's 4 chargers. So in the garage, they don't have the pantograph chargers, they just have like a plug-in charger like you might have with your electric car, and there are 4 bays. So overnight, they've got 4 bays to charge up the buses fully to full charge. So quiet. And then during the day, they then top them up. We'll see how quiet it is when it closes. The ding for the bus, when someone presses the ding, it's like a little polite chime. It's a different ding.
It's interesting because on ADL new buses it goes sort of ding ding ding.
Hang on, what's ADL?
Alexander Dennis.
You can't just be bringing in acronyms like that, Roger, because you'll confuse people.
Okay.
So on ADL buses,
on the Enviro 200s and 400s, it sort of goes ding ding ding,
ding ding ding.
But this one's just
it's a polite chime.
A rather nice, chime.
Yeah, okay.
Rather nice.
You pointed out there's a sign over there saying do not attempt to open the windows because it's all.
They're not opening windows at all, I don't think.
There's no, so it's all air conditioned. So hopefully very cool in the summer,
358,
warm in the winter.
2 Penge.
And that is quite an innovative thing for buses generally.
I'm assuming these panels above us here, that looks like that's the aircon up there. Okay.
Elmfield Road, the Mall.
We've got to Bromley. A lot of people got off at Bromley, and then a lot of new people have gotten off Bromley, so it's like halfway through the route. Heading for Crystal Palace, which is where we were yesterday. There was a press event, press launch, and I was there yesterday to go and catch up and speak to some people.
So this is a trial, and we chose a route that was really long. So 15 miles, a particularly long route in London, and we needed something innovative to help us get a route of this kind of length to be zero emission, and that's why it was this route that was chosen. If the trial's a success, then absolutely it could be something that is rolled out on other routes in London. So we've got these pantographs here at Crystal Palace and also at Orpington bus station, and what it means is we can opportunity charge the bus each end of the route just for 6 minutes, top up the charge, and then it means the buses can stay out there all day long on what is a very long route in London. If we didn't do this, we'd have to bring buses back to the depot during the day regularly to top up their charge, which obviously means we need more buses. This is a much more efficient use of the charging infrastructure available.
The reason we've got so much interest in this route is that the 358 is one of the longest routes in London. It's 15 miles. 15 miles. 15 miles. And that makes it a real challenge for London's busy schedule to enable a full EV solution. We've got a problem. We want to partner with TfL, and how do we solve that problem? And the problem is that we could not put enough buses efficiently that would hold their charge for long enough on this quite intensive route. What we've come up with is this Irizar tram, which enables us to have pantograph technology. And what you've probably seen was the pantograph coming down at Crystal Palace station. We've got one at Orpington bus garage as well. And that pantograph charges in 6 minutes. The line that's been used today, it's quicker to charge a bus than it is to charge your phone. And then that bus can do 1, 2, 3 trips before it needs a top-up charge, and we're just top-up charging all the day, and that means that we can continue to run this quite intensive route for over 15 miles to TfL specifications.
And the emissions compared to the Mercedes diesel is incredible, right?
It's a game changer, and that's why we've been supported today by the Deputy Mayor for London for Environment and the local MP, who are truly excited about what this means for people who live around Crystal Palace, Beckenham and Orpington.
So whilst you're watching that, we made it back to Crystal Palace. We just got a cup of tea from across the street. Note, there's the charging unit here, that's the power, and there's a yellow and black, 2 little bumps in the road down there, and when the bus comes in, it has to line up its wheels, its tyres into that point there to be in the position to get the charge from the pantograph above. I'm just going to get Roger again for a few more comments. What do you make of the pantograph? Like, should there be 2 of them? There's only 1 of them.
Well, I suspect it comes down to cost.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I mean, operationally, there should definitely be 2, because if a bus is running late and the bus has caught up, the one behind has caught it up, you're not going to get the bus that's running late back on time.
So this one's just arrived at Crystal Palace. That's your new IE tram bus. Interesting point to note, instead of having wing mirrors, it actually has cameras, so it's like CCTV, and in the cab the driver can then see like a wider view on a camera, so no traditional wing mirrors. I've lost Roger for a summing up. Let me go find him and we'll do a summing up. Just waiting for Roger. Here he comes for the sum up. There we go. I was out last night with some friends who know I like buses and trains.
Everyone knows you like buses and trains, Geoff.
But this is amazing, unprompted. I went, oh yeah, there was a new bus today, and I just showed them a picture of my phone, and my friend, completely unprompted, who didn't know what it was called, went, but that doesn't look like a bus, that looks like a tram.
Wow, well that's good, because that will show how it has worked. That's what they've tried to do with the design.
And what you should know is that these buses, was it Irizar? I'm having trouble remembering the name. Right?
Irizar.
There's an 80-metre longer sort of flexi version. I think running in Spain. TfL here in London, I've got the shorter 12-metre version. But what? So overall, good seats, good rides.
Yeah, very good. A great improvement on the Mercedes that have been on the route for some years now. Much better comfort. You do feel a bit special in the seats rather than the old hard seats in the Citaros.
But it's mad to think that 5-10 years time, all buses in London could all be electric. This is literally the future.
And you do notice, you do feel it's so much quieter. It glides along, and as we were commenting, the doors glide as they open and shut. It does feel as a real step up, no doubt.
Okay, right. Roger's back. Always good to see you, Roger, on the video.
Great to be here. Great to be here, Geoff.
Say bye to the internet. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Subscribe, all
Bye.
that stuff. We're going to go get the bus.
Bye.
Right, bye.